You're watching Kicking It with Onrie, the live shopping show.
What is up, my gangsters and bitches? You're watching Kicking It with Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Copen. It is great to be here with you guys on this wonderful afternoon. We have Katrina in the house, who's been waiting patiently for me to hit that live button, that go live button. And I'm happy to be here with you guys today. We've got a great show planned for you, and lots of great stuff going on in the works. So, in terms of where my business is at right now, things are actually in a much better spot than I was thinking, and I'm really happy about that. I was able to, after I did my taxes last year, I realized that I had spent well over $2,000 on just credit card fees. So that's like when you don't make your statement balance, you get charged a fee. And my fee was like 20%. So it's like super high, and it added up really, really fast. And a lot of the reason why this kept happening is because everything was going into conventions. Believe it or not, the majority of the money I spend is going to these conventions, you know, like all the booths, all the, the travel expenses that occur with everything. So that is my biggest expense. And it far outweighs the amount of money I spend on comics, even for myself. So, I've been now making it an effort to pay all my statement balances. And so the situation that I was in here was January is kind of a slow month. So fortunately, I had two conventions that kind of like bounced back, and helped me out. But at the same time, a bunch of conventions charged me for upcoming shows that are happening way down the line. So it's not that I'm losing money, but I'm securing space, which takes a long time to like recuperate that money. So it's not gone, it's just invested, right? And so this all hit me, like so many expenses hit me in January, and then my washer and dryer broke and all this stuff happened. But we had a really good outing in New Orleans and in Portland, and I want to thank you guys for supporting me through that. And most importantly, we've been doing really well on the live sales shows. And that's really important right now because February is a month of no conventions at all. So I'm here with you guys this month. This is my only source of income. And right now my job is to basically replenish my reserve. The reserve is what I use to pay artists like Dexter to continue working on the book. It's what I use to keep the show going. So it's really important to me right now that we move through the comics that I'm showcasing. And if something is not what you're looking for, please let me know, and I'll go out and find what you're looking for. I want to satisfy your collecting needs. So we actually had someone show up on the show I did last weekend with Kyle on Saturday, and they reached out to me afterwards, and they were like, oh, I actually want that book. Feel free to watch any other episodes after they've aired. Like if you miss a show and you're watching it now, like, and it's, the evening or whatever, if I still have the books that I showcased, just message me. And if I can find them quick enough, I will set them aside for you. I will hook you up with the same prices and everything. We also have a referral program. So if you can get a friend to start shopping here as well, I will give both of you guys 5% off your order, and, see what else you guys can muster up if you spend enough money with me. Obviously, if you spend $50 with me, you're going to get free shipping on the order. And if you spend just $25, which is really not a lot of money, you're going to get a spin on the wheel, which might get you another 5% off your order, or it's going to just give you another comic, which I think you can never have enough comics. That's my honest opinion. But another really cool thing that's been going on is my personal collection has expanded so much because I'm one of you guys. I'm also a comic book collector, and I'm going through dollar bins and I'm pulling stuff out that I also want to read. So not everything I buy is necessarily for you guys. There's lots of times that I'm buying stuff for me. And my collection has grown so much that I've needed to add 2 more long boxes to it because all my books are just crammed into these boxes. So pretty soon my collection is now going to be 9 long boxes. This is my personal collection, not the stuff that I'm reselling here, but I'm constantly trying to expand that collection as much as possible. I want to own a lot of comics in my lifetime. I already do, but I want to own all the comics that I grew up reading and enjoying and everything like that. And that's not necessarily everything that's in there in the collection that I'm showing you guys, but it probably is for you guys. So I'm trying to help you, recapture your childhood, trying to keep things fun and exciting for you guys and entertaining and all that. So that's the goal here. What's up, Mike? We got Lorena in the house. This is great. We got a nice little crowd building up here. So without further ado, let's get going because we got a really great show here for you guys. And I'm going to start it off with a really awesome book here. I have Just Imagine Stan Lee's take on Superman. What if Stan Lee had created Superman? This is it right here. And let's take a look at who worked on this. We got Chris Chuckry is the writer. Mike Uslan, who produced the 1989 Batman movie. And I haven't read this, so I don't know what the actual story is in Just Imagine Stan Lee's Superman. But it's a one-shot book. You know, it's not saddle stitched. What is it? You know, where they do the glue binding. I don't know. My brain is not working right now. But Stan wrote a really cool forward, an introduction in the beginning, which is really awesome. And it's basically illustrated by, let's see, John Buscema illustrated this. That is freaking cool. So these actually came out in 2000 and 2001 era. This was right around the time I actually started getting back into reading comics. It was when the original Ultimate Spider-Man was at its height, and Marvel was putting out all these really cool Ultimates books. And, you know, DC needed something. And so they decided, rather than make our own Ultimate Universe, we'll just see if we could borrow Stan and have Stan give us his own variations of these DC characters, which I think is really cool. So we got Just Imagine Stan Lee's Superman. This is going to go for just $5. And this is such a cool thing because you'll never get anything like this again. This is super novelty right here. Just Imagine Stan Lee's Superman is going to go for just $5 today. $5 on this. What's up, D? How you doing? Good to see you, sir. And then I got the only thing that could come with it. Just Imagine Stan Lee's Batman. So this is, imagine if Stan Lee had created Batman. You got artwork in here by Joe Kubert. Another story written by Mike Uslan. This is the guy who produced the first Batman movie in 1989, the one with Tim Burton. He's been a producer on all the Batman movies ever since. It is thanks to to Mike Uslan that Batman is where he is today. He is the one who kind of like came up with the idea of pitching a darker version of Batman to Hollywood. You know, Neil Adams created the darker version of Batman for the comics, but Mike Uslan is the one who brought it to Hollywood. So this is really cool stuff. And this is Stan's take on Batman. And as you can see, Batman has more of like a bat-like costume. So he looks like a giant-sized bat, but he is actually a black person here. So they changed his background, and he was in jail, and he learned how to, become Batman while he was in prison. And this is actually really cool. This is the first Just Imagine Stan Lee book out there. And what an interesting take for Stan to go with, you know, to really give Batman such a radical change in his background as opposed to just being some rich orphan. You know, like he really dug deep and said, let's do something different. Let's make it the opposite, similar to what they've done with Absolute Batman. And you got legends working on this. Again, Joe Kubert's artwork is worth the price of admission alone. This is going to go for just $5 right now for Just Imagine Stan Lee's Batman. And I do not come across these books often, guys, just so you know. Like, the last time I came across those books was like probably 3 or 4 years ago. And especially at this price, those are like $10 books all day long. And I kid you not. And they're just rising in value, especially after Stan's death and the fact that this is all novelty stuff here. I think those are really good books to add to your collection. I have Swamp Thing number 48. This is going to go for just $3 right now. All right, Superman, Batman, off to D. Hausner. Nice pickups. And actually, Michael Uslan's son, David, he is responsible for helping me get my the Korean edition of Yusun Shin produced, which was really awesome. He was working with a film producer in Korea, both him and his father at the time. The Yusuns have a huge vested interest in the Korean and the Asian markets, and they were really trying to jump on the whole K craze stuff. And so I met David at a convention. It was LA Comic Con in 2014, and he really loved Issun Shin. He was so like excited about it. He picked up the books, and he had me put together a film treatment and everything. And unfortunately, nothing came of it. However, they put me in touch with the film producer, and the film producer was really interested in what I was doing. And so about say 6 months later, I went to Kickstarter, and this company in Korea reached out to me, and they said, well, you're doing a crowdfunding campaign in America. We could do a crowdfunding campaign for you. We could just kind of like mirror your campaign and do another one in Korea. And I was like, sure, why not? Let's do it. And I had no idea how much the consequences of that would bite me in the ass later on. But needless to say, at the time, it was a good idea. And now all of a sudden, because of this decision, I had all this attention coming from Korea. People were like, no one's published this book in Korea. Oh, what a travesty. And so all these publishers were throwing me these offers. And a lot of them were lowball offers. They were like not offering me anything, really. They were just like, you give us the book and we'll give you exposure. And it was just kind of like, I had to put my business hat on and really, find what the best deal was. And Dak was a huge help in that. But we finally, this producer, he put me in touch with the publisher that would eventually publish the book. And they lowballed me at first, too. They gave me like the worst deal. And so I just told them, no, I'm not going to do it. And they came back and they're like, no, we want this book. What do we need to do to make this happen? And I'm like, well, someone's offering me this. And they were like, all right, well, then we'll offer you this. We'll just beat them out. And I'm like, all right, well, if you're going to beat this out, then I want you to fly me out to Korea to promote the book and, like put me on a big, press junket thing and let's make this happen. So they did that. And I got to tour Korea for a week and promote Issun Shin. But all of that was thanks to the Uslins. So, and it was an indirect thing. It's not like they were going out of their way to like do all this, but sometimes when you just make that right connection, it helps open the doors. And so I'm very grateful to David Uslin, who's Michael's son. And I'm also grateful to Michael because he's a really wonderful guy. And what he's done for comics is extraordinary. Like Batman would not be what Batman is today if it was not for Michael Uslin. And so, Dee, you get to enjoy these two stories that I think Michael had a big hand in making happen as well. So this is really cool. And he frequents in LA quite a bit. So maybe one of these days you can get him to sign your book for you. He comes to all the major events like San Diego and New York and things like that. So I always see Michael out there. Very briefly, he's a very busy guy, but really awesome. Okay, so next book here, Swamp Thing 48, going for $3. The stories I share with you guys. All right, Incredible Hulk, number 221. We got Hulk and Stingray right here. This is going to go for $3. $3 right now for a newsstand copy. And then another book. This is from my childhood. I debated keeping this, and if I have a really hard time selling it, I will keep it. I love this Bob Layton cover. We got Iron Man fighting the Hulk here, and I remember seeing this book when I was a little kid and thinking, this is such a badass looking cover here. Hulk fighting Iron Man. Iron Man doesn't stand a chance here. We have Iron Man 131, and this is going to go for $5. It is a newsstand copy. I'm going to say this is like a fine plus. So probably looking at like a mid-grade book here. This is going to go for just $5. It's yours. And if you don't want it and think it get really good for me, I might just keep it for me. All right. I have Moon Knight number 29. Moon Knight 29. This is from the original run, the first ongoing series by Mr. Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz. And this is going to go for $5 as well. It's really hard when you're looking for old books to find books that have black covers that don't have a lot of spine ticks on them. This one is perfectly clean. I'm going to say this is probably like a 7. It's definitely in the very fine category. I'm going to do it for $5. I will let you guys know right now, FYI, my copy that's in my personal collection, I paid about $10 to $15 for. I don't remember, somewhere in there. So an insane amount of money collecting all the Moon Knight books that mention Sienkiewicz worked on together. Next up, I have the X-Men King Size Annual here. We got Storm at the Mercy of Dracula here, as well as the rest of the X-Men. This is going to go for just $3 for this annual. $3 on this. And then I have Avengers number 226. They're fighting Evil Eye. This is going to go for $3. I think Masters of the Universe looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it, Phil. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a good one. What's up, Chris Dyskull? How you doing? What do you think? Are you excited about it? I think He-Man's going to bring back a lot of interest in the character. All right, next up I have The End, Marvel's The End, number 1 of 6 by Jim Starlin and Al Milgrom. This is the story of how everybody in the Marvel Universe dies. It's a pretty interesting first issue. It's going to go for $3 right now. And this is one of those books, again, where if no one wants it, I might actually keep it. Next up, I got Lady Death by Stephen Hughes. Stephen Hughes was a prolific Lady Death artist. He passed away a number of years ago, and his artwork is still celebrated. So we got Lady Death by Stephen Hughes going for $5 today. Great price on that book. I have Godzilla number 1. We got a really awesome foil cover here. This is written by Tim Seeley, published by IDW, came out last year. This foil is going to go for $15 for Godzilla number 1. $15. I have another foil here, Fantastic Four number 1. This is the book that changed it all. We got the first foil facsimile of Fantastic Four number 1. We're going to do this for just $10 today, which I think is a really fair price on this. If you've ever wanted to own Fantastic Four number 1, here's a chance for you to have the foil facsimile, which is the first full issue, all the stories that are included in it, and you get to experience all the Stan Lee, Jack Kirby awesomeness. That's going to go for $10. And then next up, I got Immortal Legend Batman number 1 by Mr. Dan Mora and Kyle Higgins. This is sort of like an Elseworlds Batman where he has alien powers, and it's interesting. And I think Dan Mora, being the artist, is really worth the price of admission for this as well. But another thing that's really cool about this book is Kyle Higgins. This guy has done some really cool books. He worked on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for a long time, and he also did a series called Radiant Black. So this guy kind of has the whole kaiju, like superhero with, like awesome technology, superpowers locked down. And this is just his take on that with Batman. So I think this is really rad. We're going to do Immortal Legend Batman number 1 for just $10 today. That's the first issue of this. This is a current ongoing series right now. I think it's supposed to be a limited series. I'm not sure. Not ongoing. My bad. And then finally, I have Doomed 2099. This is a one-shot where Doom 2099 goes back in time to stop his former self from, going towards a bad fate. Because those of you who are reading Marvel books right now, Doom he recently has been removed from, stripped of his power. He became the Sorcerer Supreme after Bloodhunt. And after he became the Sorcerer Supreme, he decided to become the ruler of the entire world. And every world government basically just said, okay, Doom, you're in charge now because you're this omnipotent dude. We can't stand up to you. And Doom started doing some pretty wild stuff. And we're actually, if you're reading the current Marvel Comics right now, we're starting to uncover what this is. A lot of people will say, oh, Marvel's missing the mark. They're not really reading all the stuff. Like, it's such a general statement. Like, are there areas where Marvel can improve? Certainly. But if you're really paying attention right now, they're doing some really wild stuff with Doom. And this is just one of those books. It's a foil variant of this book, and it's written by Frank Terry. Great artwork inside. And it's a great one-shot story. I mean, Doom 2099 going back to fight his future self, and he's got some allies and all kinds of stuff is going on here. It's an interesting book. I really like this. It's in my personal collection. I've basically been buying up anything with Doom on it. You slap Doom's name on a cover, and I want that book. So we have Doomed 2099. Number 1, again, it's a one-shot, and it's a foil variant. Really badass foil variant, might I add, and it's going to go for just $15 today. Top, we got some cool things here. These books, these sets here, I'm going to try something right now. And if they don't work here on Kickin It, I'm going to list them up on eBay because I have a feeling that sets might sell better for me. But we're going to try seeing what we can come up with here. So I have Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a limited series by Mr. Grant Morrison and Jay Lee. And I have the whole run here. So all 4 issues, they're completed of Marvel Knights Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, 4. I was selling it for 10. Today I will do it for 8. And if no one picks it up, I'm going to list them on eBay for $9.95, and anybody who wants to pick it up on there can pay for shipping as well. You know, again, if you spend $50 with me on any show, you're going to get free shipping on your order. We'll do this for just $8 today, so $8 for Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's just $2 a book, and you get the whole run. You don't got to chase anything down. I got you covered. And then we got some Tim Sale variants of the start of Tom King's run on Batman. So we have Batman #1, Batman #2. This is the first appearance of Gotham and Gotham Girl, by the way, and it is the A cover, first printing. We got #3, another Tim Sale variant, #4, and #5. I was charging $15 for this stack here. I'll do it for 10 as well. So it's 10 for this. Actually, not 10 as well. That's 8. This will be $10 here for this stack. So $10 for these 5 books. And then finally, I have Illuminati. New Avengers Illuminati. We have #1, #2, #3, #4, and #5. And I will do this set here for, we'll do it for $8. And you know what? I'll do the same thing with those Batmans. Let's say all these runs here are $8 a pop. If they don't sell after today, I am going to try and list them on eBay and see if I can sell them all off for $10 a stack, you know, over there. But if you guys want them right now, it's just $8 for all of them. And if you get them all, let's just say you bought all the books, it would be $24 because each set is $8. I'll knock the price down to 20. So if you got all the Batmans, all the Illuminati, and the Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, 4, I will do all of that at oh, okay, we got it. The FF and the Fantastic Four. So right now you're at 16. If you give me another $4, I'll throw in this Illuminati's for you too. Let me know if you want to do that as well. So it's just an extra $4, and you get another full run of books. I'll let you think about that while I dig up some other stuff here. So I'll tell you guys, it's really great right now. I'm in a position where over the next month I have a very good budget. I have an unlimited budget to go out and buy more comics. So if we're selling stuff, you know, I can go out and buy more. And thank you, D. I got you on all 3 of those stacks at 20. Done. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Hang on just a second here. Get more books out. One moment, guys. I have Spider-Man Hobgoblin Lives, #1. This is going to go for just $3 right now by Ron Friends. And then I have The Avengers #1. This is the first issue done by Mr. Kurt Busiek and George Perez. A 2012 run, if I'm not mistaken, is when this actually started coming. No, sorry, 1998 is when this came out. 1998, very overlooked and yet celebrated run of Avengers now. This is going to go for just $3 for issue 1, the issue that kicks off the entire run going into 2000. All All right, I have a couple more runs here for you guys, and I'm trying to knock out because I've had them for way too long. I have Adam Strange, The Return of Adam Strange, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And this is an 8-issue series by Mr. Andy Diggle and Pascal Ferry. So we got 8 books here. I was charging $15 for the run. I'm going to do it for just $10 right now. So $10 gets you all of the entire stack here. So that's basically $1.25 per book. So $1.25 per book, and you get all of The Return of Adam Strange at $10. Let's get it out of here. It's been here for too long. I have Batman 433, 434, and 435. This makes up a run called The Many Deaths of Batman, and it is written by John Byrne and illustrated by Jim Aparo. I was doing this at $10. I knocked it down to $9. Then I did it for $8. Now it's just $6. You get the whole run there. That's $2 a book, and you get the full run right there. This is in my personal collection. It is a great 3-issue series, and it has a great mystery that builds up, and really fantastic, fun Batman stuff from the late 80s, early 90s. I have Nightcrawler, which is a 4-issue miniseries by Mr. Dave Cockrum. We have number 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a pretty new acquisition. I was selling it off on my Experience show on Tuesday for $15. We'll do it for $10 today. 4 for $10. That's usually the deal I offer when I go to comic conventions and sell my comics. So why not do it here? What's up, Pablo? How you doing? Sorry, I'm just drinking some water, trying to stay hydrated. So I went and did some buying this week for myself. And whenever I go out and buy comics for me, I'm always buying comics for you guys too. So on my reading list this week, I picked up 11 books. So far, I read a couple. I read Terminator Metal, number 4. That was great. The latest Detective Comics, 1105. That was also really good. And what else did I read? Oh, Punisher number 5. Punisher Red Band number 5 was really, really good. And these are the books that I still have to read. So I picked up Superman 34, Infernal Hulk number 3, Absolute Flash number 11, Absolute Wonder Woman number 16, Iron Man number 1. I got Justice League Unlimited number 15, Absolute Batman number 16, and Absolute Martian Manhunter number 8. I will show you what I got you guys right now. So this is the stuff that I'm reading. You guys are always wondering, like, what do I do when I'm not selling comics? I'm reading comics. I'm making comics. Right now I'm working on Yisun Shin Hunter and Destroyer 3. I'm looking at all the pages and trying to finalize the script. I'm also working with my colorist on finalizing the pages for the book, because what always happens is I really study these pages, and I really want to get them in the best shape that I can get them. And so it takes a lot of time for me to just sit there and really look at them, really study everything that's been done, and try and make it the best I can, because this is the final chance I'll have before I send it up to press. So my goal is to complete Yisun Shin Hunter and Destroyer 3 within the next 3 weeks, so that I can send it off to press and have it ready for Emerald City Comic Con. In a couple weeks, I will open up initial pre-orders for the first edition of the book, which will be an Emerald City Comic Con exclusive. We have a cover that is done by Feng Feng. You guys have probably seen this cover already, but it's the official cover. We're going to be releasing it in Emerald City. And then we have another variant that will be coming out for C2E2 that will be illustrated by Mr. JT Malloy, who will be splitting my table space with me alongside Katrina. So I will open up pre-orders for you guys. And just so you know, these books are going to sell out at every single convention I bring them to. If they don't sell out, I'm going to have a very small stack left, which are going to be, signed by all the creators and put up on our Kickstarter. So I will let you guys know. I will definitely get you on that, Pablo. I will definitely get you on those variants. Okay, so let's start digging into the new collection. This is stuff I picked up yesterday at Dreamland Comics and North Shore Comics too. I did some restocking over there. But Dreamland Comics, they're a great shop out in Libertyville, Illinois. It's about 20 minutes from me, and I like to shop with these guys. Charlie, the owner, is a really awesome dude. Always gives me good deals, and he has a killer dollar bin. Lots of mixture of old and new stuff in there. So let's take a look. So the first book I have here is Ambush Bug Nothing Special. So it's the Nothing Special. Pretty thick book here. The Ambush Bug Nothing Special is going to go for just $2 right now. $2. I have Marvel Superheroes featuring the Incredible Hulk, number 76, number 77, and number 78. We're going to do all three books for just $6. $6 on all three of these. Is that Liberty Bibberty, Phil? Bill? Yes. Libertyville. Armor Wars number 2 and number 3 are going to go for $4. Actually, my first job was in Libertyville. I was working at a golf course. I used to be a range attendant. That was my very first job. My job was to clean golf carts, and then I was a range attendant and a bag attendant. So I cleaned the golf carts. I also drove that little tractor that like picks up all the golf balls that people hit onto the range. And then I was also a bag attendant, which meant that I would take off golfers' bags from the carts and, basically service them. And the golf course I worked on was brand new, and I got the job because my buddy, his uncle was the supervisor over there. So that was my first job, and we messed around a lot. It was a lot of fun. It was my first summer job. And then I ended up working in a grocery store. And then I ended up working in retail. I was working at Electronics Boutique, which is a video games, EBX, which got bought out by GameStop. So I did that for a year, and then I ended up working in finance for 10 years. And I hated every minute of it. That's awesome. You became a junior clerk for the district court. That's awesome. How long did you do that, Katrina? I have Marvel Presents Guardians of the Galaxy number 6 going for $2. I have Superman number 1. This is the start of Brian Michael Bendis, and I believe it's Rod Reese. Ivan Reese. It's the start of their Superman run. It's going to go for $2. Johnny Quest number 25 is $2. The Shadow Strikes number 9 is $2. Here's a really fun pickup here. A very early appearance of Puma. Amazing Spider-Man number 257 going for $2. It's not in the best shape. You're not looking at like a near mint. A near mint on this is going to be like $20-$30. But if you give this some TLC, I think you can preserve this book pretty easily. And it's going to go for just $2 right now. That's a really awesome find for me. One of you guys can snag that. If not today, some other point. Wonder Woman number 31 is going to go for $2. This is from George Perez's run, $2. Quasar number 50. We got a foil cover for Quasar number 50. Green Lantern Dark number 5. You got a variant cover here by Scott Forbes. It's going to go for $2. Flash number 35 is $2. World of Krypton number 3 is $2. I have a really cool foil of Silverhawks number 4. That's going to go for $2. You guys remember Silverhawks? So I'm going to answer a question today about Oscar Isaac. You guys know Oscar Isaac, the award-winning actor who just shows up on everything? Well, if you don't know who he is, I actually interviewed him. I'll air the interview right now just so you guys can kind of jog your memory a little bit. Where is it? I know I had it somewhere. Where was it? Hang on just a second. It's somewhere here. There we go. Just going to load this up real quick and let you guys check it out. It's an old interview I did with Oscar Isaac. Yeah, your pal Onrie gets around. That's right. And I've interviewed Oscar Isaac. It was a really epic interview. You guys are going to get a chance to see it right now, just as soon as it's done uploading. And a little action here. There we go. You guys ready for this?
Oh, Brace! Oh, Brace! They called me in the comics. I was a Brace, and they brought me on TV. Oh, Brace! I wasn't even a movie. Buy more comics!
Yeah, if you get an interview and Oprah shows up, you know you made it in life. Well, like I was wondering, like, you know, Oscar Isaac's going to be in like every major movie this year. You know, like Avengers Doomsday, Doom 3. You know, eventually is going to be in like that Spider-Man, you know, Across the Spider-Verse or Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's like, how does he manage to like be everywhere at once? So I was thinking about it, and then I realized something. You know, like they have to clone him. And then I just got this idea, and I don't know, just kind of, you'll see. What do you guys think? Oscar Isaac wieners. See how it's like multiple versions of Oh boy. All right. Let's get back to selling comics here. I have Silver Surfer number 39 going for $2. What did you just watch? I don't know. What did you just watch? Shut up and buy some comics. There you go. That'll make it better. All right. I got The Color of Magic number 1 and number 2. That's going to go for just $4 for The Color of Magic from Innovation Comics. This is Terry Pratchett's The Color of Magic. $4 for issues 1 and 2. I have Dick Tracy versus the Underworld. That's going to go for $2. Dick Tracy versus the Underworld. Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and Nighthawk, number 101. That's going to go for $2. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, the DC movie special. It's going to go for $2. What's up, Phil? How you doing, brother? All right, Color of Magic is off to Katrina. Got all new comics here, Phil. Phil, happy belated birthday. You're the man. I got you on the Dick Tracy and the Star Trek. No problem. Katrina. For Phil. I'm glad you're getting your new lifestyle down. What's that looking like? You're still in Germany, right? Did you what's changed? Hi, you lie about your age to stay young. That's good. Tell everybody you're 20. All right, I have a couple issues of All-Star Superman, one of my favorite Superman runs of all time. I have issue 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. And I will do all of these for $8. $8 on all of these. I have the supersized annual X-Men. This is part of the Evolutionary War. It's going to go for $2. And I have Spider-Man Daredevil, which is a Marvel Knights special. We have part 3 of 4 and part 4 of 4 on this. This is going to go for just $4. And then I have Astonishing Tales featuring the Guardians of the Galaxy, number 29. This is going to go for $2. The Defenders number 53 is going to go for $2. Oh, I see. Wow. Okay. Sounds like you're very busy right now. That's a good thing. All right. Next up, I got X-Men and the Micronauts number 3. That's going to go for $2. And I have Spider-Man number 45. This is part 1 of Pursuit, which is a 4-part run of Spider-Man. It's going to go for $2. Really good stuff. So recently filled up my collection and got all those books. It's a course to make you more German. Well, that's good. I mean, like if you're living there, you should be able to speak the language. I think he'll nail it too. I have no doubts. Hunt for Wolverine number 1. We got a Lee In Hyuk variant here. That's going to go for $2. One thing I got to say that impresses me so much is all of you guys and what you're doing when you're not here buying comics. All of you impress me so much. Those of you who are working in comics and are outside of comics, you guys are just really awesome. It's such a pleasure to get to know you guys outside of here and hear you guys share your stories of what you're doing when you're not here. And I think it's awesome that Phil's in Germany and he's learning to acclimate and be more part of the culture and the community. So that's awesome. Good for you, dude. I hope it all works out for you. It's not for a grade. It's more for the experience. So there you go. I have Batgirl Year 1 by Scott Beatty, Chuck Dixon, Marcos Martin, whose artwork is amazing. We're going to do issues 1, 2, and 3 is going to go for $6. Yeah, there you go. Wow, it took 2 years to get in. Wow. Crazy. Sensational She-Hulk number 3 and number 5 are going to go for just $4 for these 2 books. Well, there you go. Are you stalking them, Katrina? Is that the deal? Taking pictures so later on you can be like, hey, you parked in a tow zone. I'm sending you a ticket in the mail. Make payment to Katrina Rotes. All right, I have Mark Spector Moon Knight number 14, 16, and number 17. This is going to go for $6. I mean, I would do that. I should do that. It's a nice way to make a little extra money. Spider-Man 2099, number 8, number 19, number 21, number 44. We got some Spidey 2099 books here. 4 of them going for just $8. $8 for all 4 of these Spider-Man 2099 books. Wow, that's pretty cool, actually. The Mark Spector Moon Knight, he's fighting Bushman, who's like his first official villain. Are you doing work out there, Katrina? Are you like editing and writing and stuff? Wolverine number 15 is going to go for $2. Okay. 44. Got it, Lewis. Okay. D has made a bunch of claims. So we got the Nightcrawler run. Yeah, I got you. No worries, Lewis. Nightcrawler run is off to you. The End. Whoop. Spidey, Nighthawk, and Batgirl. Okay. Thank you, D. I got you. So that is 2, 10. 3, and 6. Got you, brother. Thank you very much. Does anyone have an electric tin opener? I do not. That's right. You were telling me their Kickstarter story was like a mess and you were fixing it all. Good for you. That's awesome. Like I have a regular can opener. It's not electric. My can opener is just, a can opener. Captain America 339 and 340 are going to go for just $2. Make mine manual. Mine's manual too. All right, I have a clearance on a series here called Black Lamb. 4, 3, 2. Okay, 1 over here. Hold on. Those of you who never missed an episode probably know what this book is. I have Black Lamb number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I started this off at $12 for the whole run. Then I went down to 10. Then I went down to 8. Now I'm going to go down to just $7, which means I will make $1 on this entire set. Again, if this doesn't sell, I'll probably put it up on eBay for like $10 or something like that. But if you want it all, I'd rather move it right now. I'd rather give it to you. I'd rather take eBay out of the picture. $7 for all of the Black Lamb. Black Lamb, it's all yours. Black Lamb, have you any wool? Phil took it. Finally. It is off to a better place. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. All right. Black Lamb is gone. What else we got here? All right, here's another one I got that's just been sitting around for too gosh darn long. Nobody wants it. Nobody's taking it, so I'm gonna, offer a discount on it. Utopia, which is a House of M tie-in. I got number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I was selling it off for $10. I'm gonna knock it down to just $6. I'm into it for 5. I just want to make $1. $6 on the Utopia. The whole run. That's awesome. D, I have Kid Nebula number 2. I need to actually put those books up here for everybody to check out. So I will do that. I will do that soon. Next week, I'll make sure to put a spotlight on you. You and Dan Price. I need to spotlight both of you guys. So we'll figure that out soon. All right. I need one more book for the bottom row here. It's nothing like buying comics to get yourself motivated to make comics. That's awesome. G.I. Joe number 80 is going to go for just $3 right now for the bottom row. Right here. I have Harley Quinn number 28 going for $2. King in Black number 5 is $2. X-Men Noir number 1, number 2, and number 4. That's going to go for $6. $6 on this stack here. I didn't know that. Thank you, Katrina. The things I learned when I'm on the air. Lamb, sheep's, black, white, mutation, mutton. I love mutton too. I'm all about the mutton. Some girls are all about that bass. I'm all about the mutton. Hook me up with more mutton. Luke Cage Power Man number 33 is going to go for $2. X-Men Noir off to Lorena. I don't have any books called Please, Lorena. You're going to have to make another claim. We don't say please on Kicking It. We say now. Give me now. Damn it. All right. And just so you guys know, in about 10 minutes here, 9 minutes, I'm going to be premiering an all-new FOMO video, which is going to explain what FOMO is. We're doing a different take because I got sick and tired of seeing Ezra Miller on there. I wanted to do something different. So today you guys are getting a different FOMO video. I have Doom Patrol number 24 and number 25. This is going to go for $4. $4 on this. Vamps number 206 is going to go for $2. Quasar number 8, $2 on this. We'll throw it up at that Quasar 50. You can get Quasar 8 number 50 for $4. I have Night Force number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. This is going to go for $8. Is it really? Is it like fatty? Like sheep placenta? Is it like what's the like what does it taste like? One thing I've been doing lately, I got so I make chicken shawarma. I just basically throw all the spices on for chicken shawarma, and I put some yogurt on the meat just so the spices can stick to it better and marinate. So I marinated for about 4 hours, and then I throw it in my oven, and then it comes out and it's delicious. But I decided to start mixing it up with the butter chicken, like a butter chicken mixture. You can buy it at the grocery store. It's just like a can. It says like butter chicken, and you can like throw it in. So I basically cube up all the chicken, and I throw it in and I mix it up with the sauce. It's been really good. But man, speaking of Indian food, I really love mutton. That is awesome. Yes, it probably is very good for your skin. A bloody soup. Huh. Shawarma, what's up there, Frank? How you doing? Is mutton Greek? Well, I know Greeks, like they're the kings of eating lamb and everything, but Indians make the Indian restaurants also have mutton. They also make mutton too. And Central Asia. Central Asia is a big country or a part of the world that eats mutton. It's just lamb. It's lamb meat. Slam the lamb. Frank, how the heck are you, dude? How are those whatnot shows treating you? You making the bank on there? Good. Well, thanks for chilling with me, man. It's good to see you, brother. I hope we can see each other soon at a convention. All right, I have some salmon twitch here for anybody who's interested. I have salmon twitch number 15. A nice run here. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. If you want to grab all these salmon twitch books, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 salmon twitch books going for $14. Salmon twitch. Yeah, but is it as good as Death Burglar, Katrina? Let's be honest here. Well, the fact that you said it tasted like a bloody soup and was delicious really had me kind of questioning it there. But I don't want to question anybody's taste here because I ate a bunch of weird shit too. And, you know, I've gone to Korea. I've had really questionable things when I've gone to Korea before. I think I actually have a video of this. Share it with you guys. This is from my trip to Korea in 2015. I will show you guys. You guys know my like sex move. This is what I show to girls, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to possibly come back to my house and do this?" And usually it doesn't work, which is why I'm single. Just kidding. Shut your face. All right, where is it? Okay, hold on just a second. There we go. You guys can see it here. You see those tentacles right there? It's moving. I ate that. And it was damn delicious too. And it was moving around in my mouth and everything. So yeah, there we go. I eat questionable stuff. And primarily because it's showing you're part of the team. So what happened was that day we were going around all Korea promoting Easton Shin. And we went to various bookstores. So this is like a major bookstore in Korea, and you can see they had a bunch of copies of Easton Shin. And my first customer over there was like this monk who like came in and bought the book. And it was pretty cool. So they had me like promote there, and then they had me go. 10 years ago, there was an incident. I don't know if you guys know about this, but this South Korean sub sank and like 300 people died. So they had me go to this temple, or not a temple, but like a memorial to like, pay tribute to the people who died over there. And so it was a really busy trip. They had me go everywhere. I also donated a portion of my royalty for the book to a organization that was set up to combat suicide in Korea. So there was at the time, I don't know how it is now, but at the time, South Korea had a very high suicide rate. And the reason for that was people were extremely overworked. And it was usually younger kids that were like committing suicide. So when I say younger kids, it's like teenagers. And it mostly had a lot to do with like school pressure, because if they didn't, get straight A's, or if they failed a test, or if something, the most minuscule thing went wrong, it would affect their future so dramatically. And as far as adults went, they were so overworked and so underpaid for what they were doing that suicide started to rise really high in the country. It was an epidemic in the country. And so I kind of looked at what was going on. And, for me, I always felt, and I still feel this way, that, Easton Shin this is Korea's story. This isn't my story. I mean, I happen to bring the book to life and everything like that, but this is Korea's history and their story and their greatest heroes. So, going out there to promote my book, it wasn't just about selling more books. It was about, trying to show them, some support and everything. So I donated a portion of my royalty to an organization that was combating youth suicide. And I think the whole idea was lost on them, because I didn't really have any experience with it. I think the intent was good, but probably the execution not so much. But still, it was an opportunity to try and do some good, and maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. Who knows? But still, so it was a lot of fun, a once in a lifetime experience. They are very high strung. They are extremely high strung, and I wouldn't even just limit it to Koreans. I would just say all Asians are high strung. Like, it doesn't matter what part of the world they're from. All right, I have Hyperkind, all new Hyperkind Unleashed #1 going for $2. Yeah, shame on me. I have Detective Comics 1037. That's going to go for $2. Well, are you saying shame on me for eating the squid? So that, going back to that, the whole reason why I ate the squid is because, we were all together, this team, we were together for 6 days, and everybody was following me around with cameras and working really, really hard. And so at night, they all went out to dinner, and they invited me to come and join them and be one of the team. And so they ordered food, and I don't want to be the guy who's like, no, I'm not going to eat that. Like, I had to try it. And I've had other questionable things too. I've actually had a bloody soup in Korea, which was really gross. I've eaten horse meat when I was in Kazakhstan. That was not the best either. I did not like horse meat. And yeah, I've tried all kinds of weird shit in my time. Which friend? Which friend did I not take a pic with? You gotta fill me in here. Yeah, I'm sure you did, Phil. Were you there like during your military days? I have 0 hour, number 2, number 3, and number 4 going for $6. And guess what, guys? It's FOMO time. Are you ready? The new FOMO video. This is the best one. I haven't. Oh, well, we weren't in Korea at the same time. Whenever Phil, we met at a convention, so maybe there's a picture of me over there. All right, you guys ready for the new FOMO video? Shish, shish, shish. Here it is.
It's FOMO time!
Look, you can't miss out on these books, okay? Why? Because you just can't, okay? Trust me on this. Affirmative. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't say affirmative or some shit like that. You say no problemo. If someone doesn't buy these books right now, I'm going to bust a testicle.
You guys like that? I mean, it's only funny once you add the fart sound to it, but that's it. You know what, Phil? We're going to change that. One of these days, you and I are going to get a pic together. All right. So, FOMO books for today. I have the Unexpected number 206 going for $3. Silverhawk and Wolverine, Lee and Young. All right, I got it. Classic X-Men number 1. This is going to go for $3. Art Adams on the cover. G.I. Joe 51 is going to go for $3. I will. Venom or Spider-Man: The Venom Agenda number 1 by Larry Hama. This is going to go for $3. Spider-Man or X-Men. X-Men. All right, got you, Phil. Phil's cleaning X-Men. Star Wars: Forces of Destiny, Hera. So this is a $25 book. I want to reprice this real quick. I had it priced this way a while ago. Let's check it out online, and I'll reprice it right now. I'm sorry, I should have done that before we got on the air, but time. I had to wash Bentley today because he smelled like his face smells like actual fucking shit. And that's disgusting to me. Like, I love my dog, but like when his face smells like actual fecal matter, I needed to wash it. So he's drying up right now. Okay. So Star Wars Forces of Destiny Hera number 1 is going for about $15 right now on eBay. Someone is selling it for $10 too, but they have $5 on shipping, so it's about $15. I'll tell you what, if we can make a deal on this right now, I will do it for $10. So $10 on Star Wars Forces of Destiny Hera cover B. It's a one shot. It's gonna go for $10. That's the price. Detective Comics number 515. We got Batman teaming up with Batgirl. This is going to go for just $3. We'll do it for $3. Saga of the Swamp Thing number 15 is $3. Fantastic Four 300 milestone issue, $3. I have Spider-Man 2099 signed by the late great Peter David. Spider-Man 2099 number 1 signed by Peter David. What did I do this for before? I think it was charging like $50 for it. Tell you what, you give me $25. This is yours. And finally, I have Daredevil 191. Really awesome issue where Daredevil plays Russian roulette with Bullseye. That's going to go for $3. And these are your FOMO books, of which we have 8 left. You did give me $25 earlier today, but let me know if you want that book. If that book is what you want, I got you. I'll pull it for you. Okay, Silverhawks and Hunt for Wolverine is up to Lorena. Aquaman 43, 44, 45. This is going to go for $6. He gave me a bunch of money in November, but you don't want that book. $6 on the Aquamans. Midnighter and Apollo number 6 is going to go for $2. Jack of Fables number 1 is going to go for $2. Mandrake the Magician number 1 is going to go for $2. Okay, we're doing pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy right now, guys. Good show today. Good show. So the lady friend's coming over tomorrow. I'm making her lunch again. I got to go pick up food today to cook for her. Not cook. I'm not going to cook her. That'd be kind of gross. Her, Miranda called 0 Hour. Bill called Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock. Did I have a Doomsday Clock? What? All right, I'll get on this in a minute. Meantime, I got you, Lorena. Ha! That'll change once you come over here. You'll probably have Mel or either Mel or Mog cook for you instead, which is even better. Ha! Jeez. Katrina, I want to know, how long have you been busting balls for? Your whole life? Where was the Phil, what was the Doomsday Clock you were talking about? My brain is fried right now, so I don't know what I'm looking at here. All right. Electra, Root of Evil. Root of Evil. Number 2? No, 1. Issue 1. $2. Yeah, she's Katrina's getting me back for what I did to you, Lorena. Fix you a sandwich and you'll be happy. I'll make you a sandwich, Phil. I just want you guys to be happy. That's it. Your happiness means everything to me. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take all this stuff down. Lorena, you kind of came in a little late, so I wanted to show you some of this stuff again real quick. This is all the, I'm just going to flash up all the new stuff again. Very quickly. And then this stuff's going to go back into the bins. And we're going to keep rolling with new stuff. Okay. Yes, it does. Okay. I have Ambush Bug, Nothing Special. 1 going for $2. Marvel Superheroes featuring the Incredible Hulk, 76, 77, and 78. That's going to go for $6. Armor Wars Part 204 and Part 304. This is Ultimate Armor Wars. $4 on these. Marvel presents Guardians of the Galaxy number 6. That's 2. Superman number 1 is 2. Johnny Quest number 25 is 2. The Shadow Strikes number 9 is 2. ASM 257 early Puma appearance going for just $2 right now because of the condition it's in. It's probably a VG, but if you give it some love, it might end up being a fine. You can raise that to a mid-grade easy. Wonder Woman 31 going for $2. By saying raising to a mid-grade, I mean giving it some TLC would do that. Quasar number 8 and number 50 are going to go for $4 for these two. Green Lantern Dark number 5 is 2. Flash number 35 is 2. World of Krypton number 3 is 2. Silver Surfer 39 is 2. And then I have some All-Star Superman here. We have issues 3, 4, 5, and 6 going for just $8. $8 for these. Let me know if you're interested in any of these books, and I will set them aside for you. The rest of these books are going to go back into the collection. And we'll see them at some point in the not too distant future. Again, if you want to call them after hours, you're welcome to do so. I got no comments on my FOMO video. No one said anything to me about my new FOMO video. I'm insulted. That's better than the Ezra one. All right, thank you. That's a compliment right there. Or is it? X-Men, God Loves, Man Kills, the extended cut, number 1 of 2 is $2. Shadows and Light, number 1 is $2. Wolverine, number 59 is $2. Terminator Revolution, number 2, 3, and 5 is going to go for $6. Okay, cool. I'll do it again right before we end it. All right. More Wolverine, apparently. I have issue 57 as well, going for $2. Wildcats number 10 and number 11. That's going to go for $4. Flash 19 is $2. Legends of the Dark Knight 56 is $2. X-Men Phoenix number 1 is $2. Spider-Man's Tangled Web number 13 and 16 are $4. Dark Horse Presents number 77, 78, and number 80 are going to go for $6. Work totally sucks. Give you guys a second to process the books I just put up here. Give you guys a minute here. Anybody who's tuning in now, welcome. Building on a board here. Put some books up there. Okay. All right, let's keep going here. I have Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man 181 going for $2. I have Uncanny Avengers number 9 going for $2. Gods of War 4, which is a Civil War II tie-in, going for $2. Original Sin Avengers number 32. This is an Original Sin tie-in. Logan number 3 of 3 by Brian K. Vaughan and Eduardo Rizzo. Batman 89 Echoes number 6 is $2. We have Demons number 2 is going to go for $2. This is by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. So if you guys are fans of what's it called, Absolute Batman, you got the guys, you got the writer of this doing his independent book. This is going to go for $2. You know what I find so interesting about this? You got the same team who worked on Batman working on this book. I would say this even looks better than Batman, because if you look at the cover, it's really epic and crazy. But because it's not a well-known thing, a lot of people pass up on this on here. And it's part of the Comixology Originals deal that Dark Horse worked out. And they brought Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo on to do this really cool story. And it's going to go for just $2 right now. I wish I could hire you. I'm barely able to pay myself right now, Katrina. I have Dead Man number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. That's going to go for $8. We have Demons, so I could probably track one down for you at some point. Let me see something real quick. Give me a minute, though. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Dang it. I thought I had one. I remember buying it when it came out, but I must have sold it. Steve Rogers, Captain America number 5 is going to go for $2. Yeah, I might be able to find you a We Have Demons number 1 if you give me time, which obviously I have, but just letting you know. If you want to grab it, I'll see what I can do about finding you number 1. The All New Exiles number 1 is $2. He's really good. Honestly, he is a master of horror in comics. He did this other series called what was it? Just one word. Severed. He did this 8-issue series called Severed. What's up, Jay? How you doing? And Severed is really badass. It's about a hobo that's going around and killing children. And it's really freaky. It's really well done. I really enjoyed that. The Amazing Spider-Man Dark Reign, The List, number 1 is $2. X-23 Deadly Regenesis, number 1 is $2. I have some more new comics I'll be showcasing. I just want to get through this first box. Dark Reign, New Nation, number 1. It's a one-shot going for $2. To Protect and Sever. Starman Zero is $2. Wonder Girl number 1 is $2. Batman and the Outsiders 11 is $2. Age of Apocalypse featuring the X-Men. It's one shot going for $2. Dark Reign out to Oh, wow. Jay, that was, my God, that was classic. The hobo is killing the children. Get it? Because there's another comic series called Someone is killing the children. The hobo is killing the children. I really found it funny. This was a trend in the beginning of the 2020s, like comic book titles that are horror that have like very long titles. Like we only find them when they're dead. Something is killing the children. We don't eat spiders, and all this stuff. And so I had an idea for a comic, and the title was going to be the longest title for a comic book ever in existence, ever, ever, ever. That would be the name of the book. What do you guys think? All-Star Batman number 6, number 9. These are going to go for $4. Hey, Jay, you want to see something cool? I was asking a question earlier about like Oscar Isaac and how he manages to like be in all these movies. Well, I finally figured it out. They cloned him, and now they package him and they sell him at grocery stores. Check it out. In case you didn't see it, I'm going to hear it again. Yeah, I am making a commercial for the Kickin Kids Club, and I need the kids here to do it. So they're going to do the lines. They're going to help me out. And I want it to be as realistic as possible. So the Kickin Kids Club will have a commercial that I will be airing next week. I have Alias number 2 going for $2. The Adventures of Superman 500 going for $2. Civil War number 4 going for $2. That's the A cover. Metal Men number 54, $2. And by the way, this is a first printing. This isn't the reprints that they've been putting out there. They've been putting out facsimiles of Civil War. That is a first printing of Civil War number 4. Weapon X number 1 is $2. Avengers number 22 and 23 is going to go for $4. Yeah, Katrina, you're just like so full of hate right now. You just hate everything. Is it too loud? Is it too loud for you? Blade number 4 and number 7. This is a great series. I really love this Blade series. This is going to go for $4. It leads right into Bloodline or Blood. What was it? Bloodlust, Bloodline, Blood Pack, Blood something. What was it? That Marvel series that they did? Someone help me out here. Blood something. Blood my ass. Blood out of my ass. Blood. No. Blood. Marvel crossover. Blood Hunt. Sorry, Blood Hunt. Leads into Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt. Blood out of my ass. Hey, you know what? I got another title. Speaking of like really long titles for a comic book, there is blood coming out of my asshole every day. And it'd be a horror book. And it's got blood and asshole in the title, which I think is awesome. Yes, Jay from the EXP is here. He's coming to hang out. The doctor. Katrina, nice. Katrina hates everything. Well, yeah, that was Russell Nolte's book. All right, I have Superman number 31. We got another Lee and Hook variant cover going for $2. All right, I got the $5 trades. I'll show off the $5 trades because why not? I have Marvel Comics Deadline that's going to go for $5. I have Eclipse, which is by Zach Kaplan and Giovanni Timpano. Giovanni was my artist on Isu Shin for the first 5 issues. What's up, Frank? How you doing? Good to see you. We got Frank Zanka in the house. Eclipse is a series that takes place in a post-apocalyptic future where the radiation from the sun is basically so strong now that it like burns off your skin if you are exposed to it. So now people during the daytime, if they want to walk around, they have to wear these suits, and they can only move about freely during the night. And so the world has changed as a result of this. And now there's a murder mystery where someone is walking around in the daylight without a suit, and they are killing people. And it's an interesting graphic novel here, illustrated by Giovanni Timpano, who worked on Yi Shin. $5. Off to Phil. I knew Phil would want this. Okay. Iron Man: The End. This is going to go for $5. I have Threads, which is about here, I'll read it to you. It's an independent book. From the writers of Super Team International and Done to Death comes their latest graphic novel, Experience Threads. Phoebe and Devin Strand are sisters looking to break into the fashion industry. While Devin finds immediate success as a model, her sister Phoebe struggles to break in as a designer. They both face issues with Devin's sudden success until the girls discover an alien fabric that changes their fortunes, challenges their relationship, and tries to take over the world. Read the graphic novel that Alex Ness of Poplitico gives a special nod to the fact that in a world of comics based on the same idea, this is something new. This is going to go for $5. Okay. Okay. All right. See ya, Katrina. Did I say Phil? What did I say? I said Phil, right? Or did I say Philip? If I said Philip on accident, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. Brain fart. Threads is up to you. I didn't call you Philip, did I? If I did, I'm really sorry about that. All right. Death of Superman. Ah, I said Phil. It's pronounced Phil. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. My bad. All right. I got The Death of Superman, the trade going for $5. And I have Spider-Man Homecoming, Mysterio Rising. That's going to go for $5 as well for anybody who wants it. And those are, we got 4 $5 trades left here. If anybody wants to claim all 4 of the $5 trades, we'll do them all $15. $15, and they're all yours. And I think we got to do our FOMO books again. Katrina, be safe. All right, now we got 3 trades left. We'll do the 3 trades for $10. 3 trades for $10. That's the Superman, Iron Man, The End, and Deadline. $10, and they're all yours. 3 trades for $10. Who would ever think that I would do something so crazy? All right, I'm going to show the FOMO video again. Jay, are you in the room still? Just let me know. Yeah, I hear you. You don't want to have many more issues. All right. Jay's here. You got to see the new FOMO video. Check it out.
It's FOMO time!
Look, you can't miss out on these books, okay? Why? Because you just can't, okay? Trust me on this. Affirmative. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't say affirmative or some shit like that. You say no problemo. If someone doesn't buy these books right now, I'm going to bust a testicle. See?
All right, I'm going to show out the FOMO books again. The only thing that made that video funny was the part. It was a lot funnier when I was making it than when I showed it up. You kind of had to be there at the moment. I thank you, Jay. You're the only one who recognizes my true talent. Everybody else is like, "Oh, the Copen Kids Club. That's such a stupid idea. It's so racist." Like, no, it's not racist. It's the fucking future. All right. Anybody who doesn't get that can kiss my ass. The FOMO video could have been a lot better. Yeah, it could have. I did kind of just shit that out my ass. But, you know, here we are. Okay. Fantastic Four 300 is going for $3 right now. Milestone issue. Detective Comics 515, $3. Daredevil 191, newsstand copy, $3. Saga Swamp Thing 15, $3. G.I. Joe 51, $3. Unexpected number 206, $3 on this. And finally, I have Star Wars Forces of Destiny, Hera. This is a one-shot, and it's going to go for $10. And then I have Spider-Man 2099, number 1, signed by Mr. Peter David, the late great Peter David, going for $25. These are your FOMO books for today. The remaining FOMO books. Let me know if you're interested in any of them. Star Wars is up to Bill. Yeah, just a sec, guys. I'm sorry. Oh. I had to blow my nose there. No, the Spidey does not have a COA. I'm sorry, Leonard. I got this signed by Peter David at a convention back in 2021. I have no COA on it. That's why it's just 25. If I had a COA, I probably would charge like 75 for it. I totally would. Like, no, sound more like a bitch, Onrie. I can't sound any more like a bitch than I already do. Oh. I don't think I did a really good Sarah Connor impression. That was not the best Sarah Connor. Yes, I did, Phil. I got you the Star Wars book. It's right here. Okay, all right. Chris Deisko wants me to play this old commercial I made for Kickin' It. He really likes this commercial.
What you're about to see is a live broadcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sarah Connor.
Yes.
Thanks for the great deals, Onrie. Scan this QR code for our broadcasting schedule and be sure to follow us on the socials.
Chris Deisko really liked that commercial. All right, I got some Marvel Premiere books. This is new stuff. Marvel Premiere featuring Satana, the Devil's Daughter, number 27. I have Marvel Premiere featuring the Liberty Legion. I got the Red Skull on the cover. Number 32, Monarch Stalker, yeah. 3D Man on issue 37. Paladin on number 43. Dominic Fortune on 56. So these Marvel Premiere books, we got 6 of them here. I'll do all 6 for 10. All 6 for 10. This is new stuff. New stuff. Hack Slash and Body Bags, number 3 is going to go for $2. Ghostbusters Dead Man's Chest, number 3 of 4 is going to go for $2. I have The Haunt, number 10 by Kirkman and Capullo. It's going to go for $2. Haunt, number 10. I have DC 1 Million. I got a couple variants of it. I got a blue, red, and orange variant. That's going to go for just $2 a pop. I'll do them all for $5. Secret Defenders, I have number 12, 13, and 14. That's going to go for $6. $6 on all of them. Poison Elves, number 9 is $2. Immortal Thor, number 8, number 15, number 17, and number 24. This is going to go for $8 for all of these. Wolverine, number 40, and number 96. This is going to go for $4. Oh, that would be really cool. I would do that. Champions number 4 is $2. War of the Worlds number 37 is $2. You guys have been awesome today. I just want to let you know how much I appreciate it. You know, like I told you guys, the next 5 weeks, I have to basically survive and replenish my reserve for the business so that I can continue to pay Dexter and Chuck before the convention season kicks in. You know, January was a pretty busy month, but considering that there are no conventions in February, this kind of makes things tough. And April, there's also no conventions that month, but I'll be doing a Kickstarter then, so that kind of like, you know, passes the time between April and May. And then in May I have like 4 back-to-back conventions, which is going to be absolutely crazy. So I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate you all being here and shopping with me and, you know, squaring up on your bills and all that stuff. Like, it really means a lot to me. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you guys. And we definitely moved some volume today, so between now and next week, I'll definitely go out and pick up some new stuff somewhere. Get something for you guys. Don't know what yet. We'll find something. Something somewhere. All right. Are there any books up here that you guys are still interested in? Let me know. Yeah, Copen Comic-Con. Yeah, you know, I got to tell you, Mike, I didn't even buy it. I didn't even like my retailer pulled it for me and I didn't even buy it. ASM needs a real shot in the arm right now, and it seems like this new Death Spiral thing is going to be like their big move, and it's kind of underwhelming. You know, Spider-Man teaming up with Mary Jane Venom. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it'll be an opportunity for them to kind of rekindle the relationship. But I really, really I despise the idea of Mary Jane being Venom. I just think it's so wrong on so many levels. It's just not right. It's like if they start putting women in the men's roles, how come the men aren't in the women's roles? Like, how come Spider-Man just doesn't decide one day that he's going to be Spider-Woman? He starts dressing up as Spider-Woman, his new Spider-Woman outfit, and then he like has to have his butt hanging out, and he's got to be in all the, you know, dominant female poses, the sexy female poses, you know. But like, seriously though, I mean, Venom is Eddie Brock. He's a dark character, and they like really robbed Venom of what makes him awesome. I don't hear anyone talking about how cool it is that Mary Jane is Venom. I'm so not on board with that. So if they can make this work, though, here's the thing about me too. I will never say no to any. I will not knock it until I try it. I'm just like that with food. I'm the same way with comics. Like, I'll eat squid that's moving around, you know, with the tentacles and everything, but I will also give any comic a shot. And I will read Death Spiral because I'm picking up Amazing Spider-Man every month anyway. But yeah, that annual, super underwhelming. Annuals are supposed to be, you know what annuals are supposed to freaking be? They're supposed to be what Daniel Warren Johnson did with the Absolute Batman annual. That's what a fucking annual should be. Don't put out a goddamn annual if it's just going to be filler bullshit like they did with Spider-Man. I looked at that cover and I'm like, I was so underwhelmed by the cover. I was like, no, thank you. I don't want this. I don't need this. I don't want it. And you know what? I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I know that there are creators who worked really hard on that book to put it out there. This is an editorial problem, not a creator problem. Those creators were given a job to do, and I'm sure they did the best they could. But I don't care about the character in the annual. He shows up in all the annuals. He's like this dude who has the ability to like freeze time or something, and he's like being mentored by Spider. I don't give a shit. I don't care. So I'm with you, Mike. I am very underwhelmed. I specifically did not pick up the Amazing Spider-Man annual. If something's not pleasing you, don't read it. Don't waste your time. There's plenty of other great comics out there. If you didn't pick that up, here's something I can recommend for you. From Ignition Press, there's a really great series called Murder Podcast. They just released issue 4. It's an amazing series. I absolutely love it. It keeps you at the edge of your seat. It's great horror. It's awesome. There's so many great books out there right now. If Marvel's not doing it for you, if DC's not doing it for you, don't stop reading comics. Pick up the independents. Pick up stuff that's coming out from Dark Horse. And here's the beautiful thing. Let's look at We Have Demons again. This is a series here that is put together by the guys who work on these DC and Marvel comics, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. The guy writing Absolute Batman, writing this book right here. How is this still here? I have no idea. It even looks better than Absolute Batman, and everybody's just kind of passing on this. And the thing is that these guys, they are working within constrictions when they're working at DC. When they're going to Dark Horse with their own original ideas, they're doing their thing. And the reason why they have to keep going back to DC and Marvel is because this stuff doesn't pay the bills. This is the stuff that allows them to be creative and allows them to put their work out there. But it is really hard to make it on your own creative work. Even if you're a big name, you still need to use your big name in order to get by on the bigger stuff. Scott, if someone says Scott Snyder, the first thing is going to be Batman. No one's going to realize that this guy actually writes a lot of great horror too. And he's done a bunch of stuff for Image and Dark Horse and everything. And all of it is actually just as good, if not better, than his DC stuff. In fact, if he didn't do that stuff that was landed so well with those companies, he wouldn't have ever been at DC. So I'm just saying this stuff is really good and everybody keeps overlooking it. We Have Demons number 2 is going to go for just $2 right now. If anybody wants number 1, I can see what I can do about tracking it down for you. Might have to pay a little bit more, but or you could just wait until I come across it in the dollar bin. It's always possible. I'm always out there shopping. So if given the chance, how would I fix Spider-Man? Here's the thing. I don't want to be the guy that says I have the answer, because I don't have the answer. I will tell you right now, all of these comics have split audiences, but here's what I can tell you. When it's done right, generally speaking, most people are happy. And the best example of that is, again, I keep mentioning this, Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez on Batman right now. No one's complaining about that book because it's great. It's got great art, great story, great everything. What I think Spider-Man needs is a total retcon. A retcon that gets rid of the current status quo for Peter Parker and does away with all the side Spider characters. I don't care for them at all. I don't care for Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl, Miles, Spider-Gwen. I don't care for all this stuff. This is just confusing and it just dilutes the story. I don't care for Mary Jane having superpowers. I think Spider-Man needs to go back to the basics. Or if you're going to, keep it, if you're not going to go back to the basics, then you need to heighten it. The best retcon for Spider-Man has been Ultimate Spider-Man. And what I think they need to do right now is they need to make that Ultimate Spider-Man the mainline Spider-Man. They need to kill off Peter Parker and make that Spider-Man the main Spider-Man. Because he's got a whole world you can explore now. Uncle Ben is alive, Aunt May is dead. You can even bring it back to where this alternate universe of Uncle Ben and Aunt May are both alive. Like, we've never seen that before. Why not try it? J. Jonah Jameson and Peter and Uncle Ben are business partners. I love that. Peter Parker's married to Mary Jane and they have kids. So Peter Parker needs to grow the fuck up already. It's like change the dynamics of the book, but keep it relatable and put a writing team on there that actually a writer. And I honestly, I think the art on Spider-Man has never been the issue. You could keep John Romita Jr. on there. Pepe Larraz has been great. That's not the problem. It's editorial. That is honestly my biggest concern about Spider-Man right now. And you could just see with all these crossovers, it's all the same boring stuff that we've seen 100 times. One other observation I made, in 75 issues of Spider-Man that we've read over the last 3 years, his mainline villains almost never appear in there. We almost never see Shocker. The last time we saw Dr. Octopus, it was a very underwhelming filler, story. Green Goblin showing up, that also didn't make sense. Like, there was this little staff that turned Peter evil, and then it turned Norman evil, and then it turned Peter evil. It's like, it was, and just the idea of Norman Osborn being a good guy. Come on, like, that needs to be done away with. Like, just stop, And it's hard. I get it. It's hard to continuously write these characters and make it interesting, but they need to figure out how to do with Spider-Man what they're doing so well with Batman, and they will figure it out. This is what I'm certain of. There will come that point. Do I have the answer on how to fix it? No, I don't. If someone paid me the money, I could come up with an answer, but I don't have the answer right now. Yes, exactly. Bring back Paste Pot Pete. Well, honestly, that's how they're treating Dr. Octopus. They're treating Dr. Octopus like he's Paste Pot Pete. He shows up for a minute and then he goes away. And it's like, and it's a filler arc. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? This is Dr. Frickin' Octopus. And he hasn't had a good idea to trump Spider-Man in forever. I mean, come on. He's one of his most, vile villains. And not only that, he actually has all his secrets. He's been Spider-Man. Do something with these characters. Vulture. When's the last time we freaking saw Vulture? Or any of the other members of the Sinister Six? Sandman, any of these characters. Like, bring them back. Let's see him do something. Let's see him kick Spider-Man's ass. Oh, the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Forget about that. That was just, ugh. Man, honestly, the best Spider-Man story is the best Peter Parker story. And Peter Parker's life is fucking boring now. And honestly, he has the most uninteresting life ever. It's the same shit we've seen a thousand times over. He's got a girlfriend. He's always late to the date. She's getting annoyed. She's now not wanting to date him. Aunt May is like, what's your deal, Peter? What's going on? And then you have Mary Jane, who ends up in some alternate universe. She ends up getting married to some other guy. They have kids together that they, found, and now they come back. That was all interesting up until the point when they decided to just kill off the kids and say, okay, yeah, the kids are gone. Forget about it. Like, that was bullshit. That was bullshit. That was the most interesting thing that they were setting up there, where Peter could not have Mary Jane because Mary Jane had obligations with this guy because they had 2 kids together. Those 2 kids left. And that's it. We haven't heard a single thing from them. And then Mary Jane becomes Venom. Like, come on, guys. Like, seriously. This is I'm still going to read it, just so you know. I'm still going to buy Amazing Spider-Man. I'm not a fair weather fan when it comes to Spidey. I will keep buying it. But I am disappointed. I'm not a big fan of it is my least favorite comic right now. And I'll tell you, I love to read it just because I like to see what not to do in comics, but I would love to read a Spider-Man book and be like, holy shit, this is so goddamn good. I want more of this. And that's how I felt with Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Spider-Man, which is now ending. So it's like, there's nothing really amazing happening with Spider-Man, no pun intended. And we're approaching issue 1000. This is a huge milestone, and nothing. And this whole symbiote thing, I don't care about it. Doing Spider Carnage, it's already been done, damn it. So there, I had my rant. Mary Jane Rottencrotch. And yeah, the 8 days, the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. There was some good moments in the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. I really liked when Peter had his crisis of conscience, and he was kind of like, what's the point of me doing all this? And why should I be Spider-Man? And he was getting depressed because he kept dying. There were some good moments, but generally speaking, it was not a very interesting story. It was not a Spider-Man story, and I didn't care about anything that was going on with it. And then they brought the X-Men in, and it's like, oh my God, guys, come on, bring this back to the basics here. Let's just get back to when Spider-Man was a fun book to read. If you look at any cover from issues 200 up to 400, from that era, even going back to the very beginning up to 400, you had really dynamic covers that made you want to pick up the book and read it. I just don't see that anymore with Spider-Man, unfortunately. I just don't. Every time they reboot it, every number 1 of Spider-Man feels exactly the same as the one that came before. It's just nothing that really gets me excited. But again, the artwork is always singing for me. You know, John Romita Jr., he is, you know, Tombstone is one of the most boring Spider-Man villains for me, honestly. There's nothing he adds to the story for me. But John Romita Jr. did like this arc with Zeb Wells, and at the end there was like a big fight between Spider-Man and Tombstone that lasted like 2 or 3 issues. They were like beating the shit out of each other, and that was great. There was zero story there, but the art was great, you know, and like that is worth, you know, the price of admission to me was the art. But I'd like to have a good Spider-Man story that's keeping me at the edge of my seat. Back to J. Michael Straczynski when he was on Spider-Man, that was also a great run. He was fantastic. Bring him back, damn it. Oh, that was awesome. When Wolverine used to make a guest appearance in the title, it made the book go up in value, and it was actually good. Now it's like, forget about it. Yes, Jay, 100%. He was fantastic. Punisher Red Band number 5. I just read that this morning. Was phenomenal. It closes off a 5-issue run of like R-rated Punisher for the comics. That was phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. Highly recommend it. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. All right. Bottom row stuff. I'm going to go over it again. And then it's about that time we're going to close off the show. And I could talk Spider-Man all day with you guys. So, you know, and again, just because I'm stating my opinion, I mean, absolutely zero disrespect to the people working on these comics. They are the ones with the toughest job. And I give them all due respect. It's honestly, it's more of an editorial decision that they're making it at the top. It's not like these writers get to come in and do what they want with these characters the way you would think. You know, they're basically told this is the direction we're going to go with these characters. You have to write to kind of fit that. So, you know, like I want to see some good Spider-Man comics, and I'm sure you guys do too. Want to be talking about? I would rather rant about how great Spider-Man is for 15 or 20 minutes than talk about how much I don't like it. That is my honest, like to God, truth answer. I love Spidey. Spidey's my favorite. Wouldn't be in comics if it wasn't for Spidey. All right, bottom row stuff. Again, I got Swamp Thing 48 going for 3. Hulk 221 going for 3. Iron Man 131 going for 5. Moon Knight 29 going for 5. X-Men King Size Annual 6 is 3. Avengers 226 is 3. Lady Death by Stephen Hughes is going to go for 5. G.I. Joe number 80 is 3. Godzilla foil variant is 15. Fantastic Four 1 foil facsimile is 10. Immortal Legend Batman number 1 is 10. Doomed 2099 number 1. It's a one-shot, going for 15. Foil variant. Spider-Man Hobgoblin Lives number 1 is 3. Avengers number 1 is 3. I'm going to see if we can work out a deal here to sell this entire stack off. So I got 3, 6, 11, 16, 19, 22, 27, 30, 45, 55, 65, 80, 83, 86. So I have $86 worth of books here. $86 worth of books here. If you give me $60, it's all yours. $60 for all of it. All right, Phil's calling. Hobgoblin, Spider-Man. That's 3. Thanks to Phil, we're going to make it even sweeter now. $55 for all of it. $55 gets you all these books. $55 for all these books. Rants and raves whenever you can. I love it. FOMO books. They're going to go on the bottom. What I didn't sell today. Spider-Man 2099 number 1, signed by Peter David. No COA, but it is signed by Peter David. It's going to go for just $25. It's for you. It's not for them. Fantastic Four 300, $3. Detective Comics 515, $3. Daredevil 191. Great one-shot story about Daredevil playing Russian roulette with Bullseye, who is in a hospital bed. Newsstand copy, $3. Saga of the Swamp Thing 15 is 3. G.I. Joe 51 is 3. Unexpected 206 is 3. Speaking of Spider-Man annuals, there's one Spider-Man annual that's been it's an annual arc, Mike. I think, not sure if you've read this, but has anybody read the Hero Killers? It starts in Amazing Spider-Man 26, Spectacular Spider-Man 12, Web of Spider-Man 8, and ends in New Warriors number 2. And apparently Carnage is the big baddie here. But here's the thing. This is such an underwhelming freaking cover. If Carnage is your bad guy here, why the fuck is he not on the cover of any of these books? That is something that shocks me. But you do have Mark Bagley drawing this. I'm going to open this up real quick. I've never been a fan of annuals unless like the concept of the annual works. And Daniel Warren Johnson, he really nailed it with Batman. He really, really got it together with Batman. I am not seeing Carnage here at all. What the actual fuck? Yeah, there's no Carnage in this. Disappointing. Ooey. Only Onrie's eyes. Onrie's eyes. All right, Return of Adam Strange. We got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was going to do this for $10 for all of it. So I wanted to get rid of it. Many Deaths of Batman, 433, 434, 435, full run there for 6. And Utopia, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is going to go for just $6 for all those books. Hang on just a second here. Got someone asking about a book here. Okay. Yeah, I clearly wasn't the main villain because I don't see him in it. But yeah, I haven't read it. I was kind of interested in it. Hang on. There we go. All right. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Yeah. The second you guys pay up your bills, I will send it out to you. All right. Time to spin the wheel. And I owe it for Phil and D. So give me just a second here. Time to spin the wheel, Skid Bark. Give me just a second here.
It's time to spin the wheel of Skid Bark.
All right, so I am spinning for D. And Phil, I got you in a second here. He gets a free Marvel book. He's getting Weapon X #1. Okay. And then Bill, which direction? Clockwise. Gotcha. 1, 2, and 3. Bill, happy birthday. You get 5% off your order. 5% off, sir. I'll work that into your bill here. So thank you very much. Happy birthday to you, sir. And guys, thank you again for everything today. You guys are fantastic. I love you all. And I will see you next week on The Experience, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. See you then. Y'all take care. Have a great rest of your week.